Okay, I haven't done this in a little bit. Alright, what's up, chat? So as the title of the video says, welcome to the private server commands showcase. This time around I'm going to be using my voice because I feel like I'm able to explain this a lot better. Before we do start, there's a very important thing that I should mention, is that a lot of these commands right here, you're going to need the Game Pass that's in the store for the game. I'm going to put an image of it on screen. If you don't happen to have it, you're not going to be able to use a lot of these. You'll find out which ones you can't use without the Game Pass, because the moment you click one, it'll give you the pop-up to buy the Game Pass. And yeah, that's the only thing that I wanted to clear up. Aside from that, if you bought the Game Pass, you should be fine. So for the most part, the little areas around here tell you roughly what you have to do to activate each command. Let's just start off with this one, which is kick. So I'm just gonna kick myself. Pretty self-explanatory. You just type out your username. Oops. Give a reason. Say you stink. Right there, and then you confirm, and boom. You were kicked from this experience. Next up, we have the kill command. Of course, this one should be self-explanatory as well. You type out your username or whoever you want to kill and confirm, and boom. Now we have the lone command. This one is simply to give yen to whoever's in the server, including yourself. So in my case, I have here, let's check. I have 100 million yen. So if I just type out my username and just type out like this much amount of money, it should, there we go, 500 million. It's gonna keep going up, and you can keep clicking it to stack it, but yeah, that's it for this command. And also be mindful of caps. Like if your username starts with a capital R, you put the R. In my case, my whole username is like it doesn't have any capital letters, so just leave it like that. And for numbers, you don't have to put any dots or commas. Let me just die real quick so I can like get this noise out of my freaking screen. Next, we have the level command over here. This one is also really self-explanatory. You put down a username, you type out a number. I don't think you can go over the cap, but in my case I'm level 1000 already, so yeah, you only hit the maximum, which is 1000, so you can just play around with that and give people levels. Now we have the map change. So for this one, you're gonna need specific map names to, you know, really access it. If you don't have any accurate map names, it's just gonna randomly like take you to another map. So if I click confirm here, it's just gonna change the map to whatever. If they are any secret maps, it's not gonna take you to those if you keep spamming it. So you shouldn't just keep, you know, clicking this until you get something cool. It's only gonna display the maps that are accessible like normally. I'll put a list on the screen right now of all the public maps that you can access right now, not including any secret ones. I'll let the comments figure those out because I don't know them right now. Just to prove to you guys that the map change works, let me just put Shibuya Park, and when you click confirm, there we go, Shibuya Park. Now we have the spawn command. Similar to the map change one, you're gonna need to put specific stuff here. So this one is purely for spawning in dummies. So for example, just to spawn in the regular dummy, you put dummy, click confirm, and you have a simple dummy that has 100 defense, I think. Though, there are actually two other dummies that people probably know about. Most of you guys, I guess. The other is dummy attack, which will spawn a dummy that attacks you like every few seconds. And you can use that to trigger counters and stuff like that. But it does do very little damage, so, you know, look at that. You can use this dummy to trigger counters or counter heat actions. Do whatever you want with them. And then there's dummy shakedown, which, well, you know, spawns a bigger dummy, which still acts like just a regular dummy. You can still juggle him and stuff, but I think his hitbox is a little bit weird. And if I'm not mistaken, he's like really tanky. Yeah, as you can see, his health was barely going down, so you can just use this guy to beat him up and try combos and whatnot. But yeah, that's all from my understanding. Right, next up we have play music. So this one, just like the previous one, you have to put a specific name here to, you know, play a song. I think these songs are like global, and by that I mean they just play out through like the whole server so everyone hears it. So I think if you just copy paste, for example, a song from one of these styles over here, say Force, I just put play Force, but I'm gonna have to turn up my music here real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Confirm. There we go. Force is playing, and it's global. So if I had someone else in here, they would probably hear it as well. And I guess to follow it up really quickly, this one is connected to this one because if you click confirm, you stop the music. And yeah, I think this also applies to style songs that are currently playing if you're fighting someone directly. I will provide a little list to songs that you can access on here that aren't necessarily the style ones, because there's some secret ones. Like for example, I will play my favorite one in the game currently, Shed, which is the Jetstream Sam one. It's really low, but we can just turn up the volume. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we have the style command. Should be easy to understand as well. You pretty much just put your username. So I'm gonna type out my name, and then you have to put the name of a specific style. You can, in fact, use boss styles and unobtainable styles. For example, if you guys remember Demon, here we go. Let me just, there we go. Change to Demon. Let me just do a little bit of this so I can respawn faster, and I'll show you guys that it does in fact work. Alright, there we go. We respawned. After I equip, as you can see, there we go. We have the removed demon, you could say. You pretty much just have to put the name of the style. For boss styles, you only have to, I'll just show you guys right here. So for example, for Mr. Shakedown, you just type out Shakedown, and you'll get the pop-up to confirm that you got the style. There we go, Shakedown. For Dragon of Dagaya, you do Dagaya. Boom. There you go. There's Dagaya. Well, I already showed you Demon. You guys should be able to figure out the other styles that are already implemented in the game. And if you want to test out Sam, which is the other style, you can do that. I will not be showing what he does yet because I want to wait for his moveset to be done, but if you want to check him out, he is incomplete, but he's accessible to everyone in private servers. Now we have the essence command. This might be a little bit difficult to use because there are a lot of essences, so you're gonna have to like look through and make sure that you have the name of the one you want. You also just have to type out their name exactly as it is, even if there's a space in between. So say, here I have Dragon Kiwami. This is for heat mode, by the way. Let me just clarify that this essence command only changes your heat mode essence. So say I want Red Demon. Just type out your name. Oops. And then put Red Demon. And this should change the moment I click confirm. There we go. Change to Red Demon. And just to follow it up really quickly, but Extreme Essence, of course, changes Extreme Heat mode down here. Have Fighter Dances with Dragon. Let's try one of these long ones just to show you that it works with, you know, these. So let's just type out my name, and then we put Brusher Dances with Ravager. Oops, I almost bought it directly, but yeah, there we go. You just have to type out the whole thing, even if it's a really long name. So there you go. To change your essence, you either have to reset or you just have to hit a dummy directly, and it'll automatically change your essence here. I can just show you real quick. Say I change it to this, and boom. Well, it changed automatically, which I assume is because my heat was going down, or maybe because I was walking. But yeah, there we go. If you hit someone, or if you reset, or if you start losing heat, your heat is gonna change. So yeah. Now we have the song command. So I think the difference between this one and play music is that the song command specifically applies to players. So earlier I showed you guys the Shed song, which is the Jetstream Sam one. This will basically change your you could say your battle OST. So if I have let's see, let's just type out my name. I'm gonna put shed. I'm gonna click confirm. Also, I turn off the music, so I gotta turn this back on. As you can see, no music is playing yet. But if I attack a dummy or a player, it's gonna play the OST. And yeah, there you go. Next up, we have the pipe bomb command. So this one might be a little bit silly because it's pretty abusable. And let me just show you what it does rather than explain what happens. So I'll walk up to this little group of dummies over here. Right, there we go. That's close enough. Let me just confirm. And now we blow up. It was a little bit delayed because I think my game hasn't loaded everything, but essentially you can just keep confirming and turn into an everlasting explosion. But yeah, that's all that this one does. Oh god, what is going on? Alright, so the next command is max heat. Self-explanatory. I already typed out my username here, but yeah, you only have to type out your username. And yeah, I mean, if you can read, then you can clearly tell what this does. So click confirm, you get max heat, and there you go. This is, however, not infinite heat, so do not confuse that. You have to keep clicking this to get heat if you don't have the infinite heat one. Next we have is max guard. Well, this one is a little bit tricky to showcase because we need a dummy for this. Alright, so my guard's going down, but if I go down here and hurry up before I get guard broken. Boom, there you go, maxed out guard. Next we have max health. This one is also self-explanatory. I'm going to need to get hit with this. Here, I'll let him damage me for a tad bit, and then I'll heal. I'll prepare my username in the meanwhile. Alright, I think one more, and I'll do the thing. Here we go, max health. Boom, you get healed, you get the command prompt. Now we have reset skills. This one is also very simple, because say I do a drop kick real quick, and then I press the command, it's just gonna reset any cooldowns I have on me right away. So you can just kind of troll with it, I guess, you know, do that, and just keep drop kicking, and then, you know, do a little bit of this. And now we are down here with the infinites, and we're basically down to our last 4. So the first one, infinite skill, well, should be really self-explanatory. You type out your username or someone else's, and now what you're gonna want to do is hit someone or unequip your style, and it should trigger, as you'll have no cooldowns. And yeah, it's essentially a better reset skills command because you don't have to manually do it, and you can just, you know, spam even your counters and stuff like that. And we have infinite heat, also another simple one. It is basically a better max heat. As you can see, oh, look at Yenville. To show you guys that my heat bar is just infinite, I'll spawn a dummy again. Spawn this guy in, use him up. So you can do some silly stuff like juggle him, and then because the fighter thing here just extends the juggle, you can just keep doing this over and over again, and there's no limit. And of course you can just spam heat actions, and your heat will not go down no matter what you do. Now we have infinite step. You type out your username and you confirm. Pull out my style. I think I have to pull it twice, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, well I guess the infinite step command is broken because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, it's essentially just supposed to give you infinite side steps, from my understanding. This should be fixed by the time I post this, probably. Anywho, for the last commands, we now have force. So a thing I just found out recently is that the force command works a little different than established on the video. So the force thing is basically, it measures like how strong your attacks are going to be against someone. So by typing force or just not really typing a number at all, you're gonna by default do 0 damage. But if you type out your username and say I want to double my damage, let me just leave this here. First we'll take out my current style, which is Tiger, I think, and I'll spawn a dummy. So as you can see, 9%. Oops, let me just open the panel, and it should double. As you can see, my force is multiplied by 2. There we go, 18. And yeah, you can just like do some ridiculous number like 50 and like, you know, one-shot the dummies. Say do like 100, 300% damage. But you can also decrease the damage. So if you spawn in a dummy and then go below 1, so for example I'm going to type 0.5 and that's going to cut my damage in half. So I think if I'm not mistaken it was 9% for 3 months. 4.5, and then like if I want to go lower, just to further prove you guys that it decreases the damage, look at that, 0.9. And yeah, that's it for the commands at the moment. Maybe in the future we'll get more, but this is all for all of them, by the way. That's pretty much it. I don't have much to say. I hope this video helped you guys clearing up any confusion, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.